explain about that.
Yeah. Well, as you can imagine, it's definitely invasive, right? But I think that with Brendan Hardy, the director, he's so good. He is truly professional when it comes to trying to get out sensitive topics in a way that is, you didn't know the guy. He created a way that you could talk to him even though it was on camera. So, we had lights, we had cameras, we had microphones, we had boom mics, we had all of the things that would make you start to believe like this is going to be the real deal. But the whole goal is to break those down to where you don't really notice them. Okay.
Right.
And they did a phenomenal job. So Brendan, I got to pitch the director on this. He's the biggest comment I get from people, and I'm sure you saw it, Chad. The editing was unbelievable. The camera work was unbelievable. The sound work was really on point, and it truly is a movie. This is not Brad Ledwith's, handheld camera and, put it in an editing software and, hey, check out my kids on lacrosse. This is a movie. And Brendan has the resume. He's going to be doing the Winter Olympics here in a couple weeks. He's doing the World Championships for NBC. He's done the World Poker Tour. He knows how to tell a story. But like you mentioned, the interesting thing was having the cameras and the other teams. So I think the other teams wanted to play a little better against us when they found out that it's going to be a documentary.
Yeah.
So they kind of came, what are all these cameras doing? Oh, well, I'm going to, whatever it might be. So it ended up being a little bit more. But coming into homes and I think you and I, Chad, I'm assuming we're about the same age. These kids grew up in front of a camera. So it's a lot different for them being in front of a camera than it is for you and I. So I say that they grew up in front of cameras. It was easier for them. Obviously, it was a little bit of an inconvenience at times. But for the most part, I think that Brendan's crew and himself really did an amazing job at making people at ease.
That's great. Yeah. Because obviously, and I'll say it, I'm 50. So
yeah, I'm 55. So we're about the same age.
We're in the part of that same generation. So yeah, that camera thing, it's a lot different, and getting film or being around that kind of stuff, it's obviously very different. But when you are doing something like a documentary, they are going to be coming into your house, and so. Yeah. There's things that do get cut out. Was there anything that when you saw the final, was there anything that you talked about, one of the scenes that got taken out because you didn't think it was necessary? Yeah. Was there anything that you kind of wish was left in there? Was there one or two things? I've
done a lot of interviews, Chad. That's the first one that I haven't really thought about it. I can't think of. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I wish there was more of when the professionals came to coach. We talk about, Trevor Baptiste has a scene, but Mikey Schlosser, he coached our team 5 or 6 times, and then he's in the movie for about 7 seconds. Right. He is amazing at getting these kids to hustle, and it was back to what you said. There's things I say in the movie that I saw Coach Gavin say. Well, when you bring in a professional, they say the same things Coach Gavin was saying, but the professional says it, it must be true now. And
that goes for anything.
Exactly.
And so, okay, I want to see if you've ever experienced this. So you coach your kids coming up, right? Yeah, and the younger girls. Okay, was there ever a moment, because I've had this conversation, and my daughter, we've done an episode on this, and so is there ever been like a moment where something happens, they didn't quite hustle or whatever, and you're trying, because you have to be a coach and not a dad, so you're trying to figure out where's that line. Yeah. And so when you are being coached and you're talking to your kid and they're being kind of standoffish to you, and then kind of like they're like, screw you, Dad, I'm not gonna I don't want to listen to you right now. Yeah. So having those moments, and then you have your assistant coach,
exactly.
And they say something, and they're like, "Yep, okay, I got you." And then you're standing there like, "What?" And then